Have you ever heard of the Bart Simpson pattern?
Bart Simpson.
It's when a chart jumps suddenly in one direction, chops sideways, and then snaps back to the previous level. Kind of funny, right?
Well, maybe not.
Bart patterns can actually signal market manipulation, and they've been appearing a lot lately.
Ay, carumba!
That's why today we're going to answer the question on everyone's mind. Is the crypto market being manipulated? And if so, who is behind it? And when will it ever end? Well, let's get into it. Before we begin though, you do need to know that I am not a financial advisor and nothing in this video is financial or investment advice. It's educational content intended to inform you about crypto market manipulation. If you enjoy content like this, then prove it by punching that like button. Now, have you ever looked at a crypto, waited for what felt like the perfect moment to ape in, sat back expecting gains, only for the chart to move the opposite way? You're not alone. Crypto traders everywhere face this constantly. Even when a trade looks like a winner on paper, it could go against you in practice. And that isn't always down to sheer bad luck or ineptitude on your part. Behind the scenes, large players pull the strings to make sure your money ends up in their pockets. This is market manipulation, and it's not exclusive to crypto. In fact, it's a tale as old as time, with examples stretching back centuries. But crypto is the easiest market for the bad guys to manipulate. Why is that though? Well, in short, it's because crypto is still new compared to other asset classes. The result is that market surveillance is far weaker, and it's made even more difficult by the pseudo-anonymous nature of the crypto industry. While major progress has been made in recent years to build the regulatory framework crypto needs to thrive, it's still very much a work in progress. For now, gray areas remain, and market manipulation knows it. And it's easy to manipulate the crypto market because liquidity is so much thinner, mainly because it's spread across many exchanges, blockchains, and protocols. This makes spreads on buying and selling wider. For those who don't know, the spread is simply the difference between the price sellers are asking and the price buyers are willing to pay. Wider spreads can lead to wild price swings, creating opportunities for large players to exploit air gaps in liquidity. They can manipulate order books to push prices up or down for their own profit. Even moderately sized orders can move prices significantly if they hit these air gaps. This is especially true when it comes to newer cryptos, which are the easiest to manipulate, because they're the least liquid. For just a few $1,000s, anyone can create a project promising to be the next big thing. This lures retail investors hoping for a ride to the moon, only for their investment to collapse while insiders cash out. It's not just low liquidity either. Most crypto traders are retail investors, ordinary people like you and me, and yet the largest share of trading volume comes from the so-called smart money, which is a flattering term for large investors with lots of cash. And because they're the smart money, that apparently makes us the dumb money. The point is, smart money wields far more influence on the market than dumb money. And the worst part is that the dumb money is actually pretty predictable. Broadly speaking, we all follow the same news, the same technical indicators, and react with the same emotions of fear and greed. Smart money investors know this and pull the strings to their advantage. But it is important to note that not every whale is a market manipulator, and many institutions and large players trade crypto OTC to avoid moving the markets. Logically, this suggests that whales who trade public markets are potentially doing so with the intention to manipulate and mislead. Food for thought. And by the way, if you're buying and selling crypto and want to make sure that you're using an exchange that isn't trading against you, then you have to check out the Coin Bureau deals page. That's where you'll find exchange sign-up bonuses of up to $100,000, trading fee discounts of up to 50%, and deposit cashbacks of up to 75% on the best crypto exchanges. Just hit the link in the description or scan this QR code, which will take you right to the deals page. There, you'll see all of our offers across a range of exchange partners. Simply click one of the Sign Up Now buttons, and that should take you right to the deal. These deals won't be around forever though, so take advantage of them while you can using the link below or by scanning the QR code. Now, this begs the question of how can you tell if what you're seeing is genuine market activity or just bad actors creating false impressions? Thankfully, there are a number of chart patterns to watch for, one of which we mentioned in the intro, the Bart Simpson. To refresh your memory, the Bart pattern refers to price action that looks eerily similar to Bart's head and hairline. It starts with a sudden move up the left side of Bart's head, followed by a choppy sideways action, his spiky hair, then ends with a sharp drop back down to the previous levels, the right side of his head. There's also the inverse Bart pattern, which is basically Bart upside down. It starts with a sharp drop, followed by choppy sideways action, and then a sudden rise back up. Bart patterns are assumed to be market manipulation because this is exactly the kind of price action that you'd expect from a group of whales looking to profit off of retail investors. A big jump or drop, distribution or accumulation, and then another big drop or jump. And Bart patterns mostly show up on short and medium time frames because it's easier to manipulate prices over short periods. So, how can you tell if a Bart pattern is manipulation or just normal crypto volatility? Well, just check two things. The first is volume. A Bart pattern usually shows a surge during the initial move up or down, which then tapers off during the sideways consolidation phase. Once volume is low enough, then the price snaps back to its starting point, accompanied by another spike in volume. The volume tells the story more clearly than the chart. The initial surge, well, that's bad actors pushing the price up or down. The low volume during consolidation, retail investors getting caught up in the move. And the final surge, that's the price reversing as manipulators cash in. The second thing to watch for is a market catalyst, or lack thereof. Simply put, if there's no obvious reason for traders to be rushing to trade the crypto in question, ask yourself, why is the price moving like that? If no clear reason exists, it's likely manipulative whales trying to catch you out. Note though that sometimes it can be hard to find this catalyst, and it's important to remember that macro catalysts can also affect crypto prices as well, so it's not just crypto catalysts. Now, while Bart patterns are worth watching, there are other ways that malicious whales try to take as much money as possible from the rest of us, with classic pump and dump scheme being one of the most frequent. Another manipulation tactic is called spoofing, which is a bit more nuanced. Basically, it involves placing fake orders to influence the market's direction. Whales place massive orders without ever intending to fill them. Then they withdraw them before they can be executed. If that sounds a bit pointless, well, think again. By placing massive orders, often worth tens of millions of dollars, whales send false signals of high demand at certain levels. This illusion manipulates other traders' reactions, making them buy or sell unnecessarily and pushing prices to levels that benefit bad actors. The worst part is that spoofing is one of the hardest manipulation tactics to spot. Detecting it usually requires digging through large amounts of trading data and closely comparing bid and ask prices with the order book itself. Another common form of market manipulation is wash trading. This is when a bad actor repeatedly buys and sells the same crypto to create fake activity, inflating trading volume and making it seem like there's high demand for their token. This tricks investors into thinking that the project has a bright future, when in reality it's probably been dead from the start. But the additional buying pressure pushes the price up, letting the bad actor rake in significant gains before abandoning the project. And the final manipulation tactic to watch for is insider trading. This is when individuals use non-public, privileged information to take advantage of or even manipulate the market. These insiders may know about major upcoming milestones, a new exchange listing, or even negative news like a key team member leaving. They trade on this information before anyone else, profiting when the news goes public and the market reacts. The frustrating thing about insider trading is just how hard it is to spot. In many cases, it requires thorough investigations into the trading history of the insiders, and these investigations usually happen long after the fact. The best way to avoid falling victim to insider trading is to just stay alert. If you see prices pumping or dumping right before a roadmap deadline or an upcoming announcement, it's a sign the crypto project is subject to insider trading. The sudden accumulation or distribution by a few wallets ahead of any news breaking out is a big red flag. Thankfully, other manipulation methods are much easier to avoid, and we'll come back to how you can do this later in the video. Okay, so by this point, you know market manipulation takes many forms, but you might be wondering who's behind it. As noted earlier, the worst offenders tend to be whales, traders with deep pockets and advanced knowledge who deliberately move the market in their favor. That said, most whales are just like us, crypto enthusiasts who love the tech and want to make some money. It's only a small subset of whales that have turned to the dark side, so to speak. Unsurprisingly, their true identities are rarely known. That said, this smart money usually comes from four groups: venture capitalists, or VCs, institutional investors, exchanges, yes, really, and a handful of elite individual traders. Let's start with VCs. Venture capital has become a key part of the crypto ecosystem. And just like whales, most VCs are good for crypto. They provide huge amounts of market liquidity and fund early-stage projects, offering strategic guidance to fuel their growth. Essentially, they nurture innovation while taking high-risk, high-reward bets in exchange for tokens or equity. However, not all VCs play fair. Some with large stakes in crypto projects use their positions to influence prices, aiming to maximize profit regardless of the cost to others. They don't care about the tech. They just want to rake in as much money as possible. The second cohort of manipulators are institutional investors. Once again, institutional investors are a good thing for the space. They help drive trading volumes and liquidity, serving as the lifeblood of the crypto market. However, some institutions use their size and scale to create artificial price levels, deliberately swaying market sentiment and triggering waves of buying or selling among other investors. Perhaps the most surprising group of bad actors is crypto exchanges. Most exchanges are hyper-focused on regulatory compliance, especially as rules around crypto tighten globally. In this new era, no exchange wants to be left behind. Some exchanges, though, especially poorly regulated ones, have been known to trade against their own users. To be clear, the exchange itself isn't always directly manipulating the market. Often, it's traders on the exchange doing the manipulation. Poorly regulated exchanges simply provide a space for these tactics. Fortunately, crypto regulation has come a long way since then, and stricter market surveillance requirements make this activity much easier to identify. Unfortunately, unregulated and offshore exchanges still pose a significant risk. The final group of manipulators are the worst offenders, and that's elite traders. These are a small number of experienced, well-capitalized individuals anticipating the moves of dumb money like us. Many use their knowledge and capital simply to find the best entry and exit points, which is fair. But others act maliciously, manipulating market sentiment to boost profits at the expense of retail traders caught by FUD and FOMO. Alright folks, let's be honest. Everything we've covered so far is pretty scary. It's not nice to know that there's sometimes someone in the shadows pulling the strings, making sure they win while you lose. So, the big question is, will crypto market manipulation ever end? Well, I hate to break it to you, but the short answer is no.
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 At least, not completely. And that's just because market manipulation exists wherever money and humans intersect. And that's simply because human greed has no limits. That's why market manipulation won't just persist in crypto, but in every financial market. Stocks, bonds, real estate, art, gold, forex, you name it. As we mentioned earlier though, manipulation is easier to do in the crypto market for the time being. And this will continue to be the case until the crypto market matures. Market manipulation should also become less common as crypto regulation improves. Stronger market surveillance and clearer rules for exchanges will make it harder for whales to exploit ordinary traders. And as the crypto market matures, liquidity will deepen, making it harder and less profitable to move prices. Investors will also become more aware of these tactics and learn to avoid them. Pain is a brutal but effective teacher. Like everything else in life, staying educated is key to your success. And now let's wrap things up. Let's look at how you can avoid falling victim to the very tactics designed to trip you up. First, be on the lookout for any signs of manipulation on the price charts, like the Bart pattern. The charts should look normal, not choppy, especially on longer time frames. Second, do some basic research on the cryptos that you want to trade or buy. Look for plenty of holders, the more the merrier. And make sure no single wallet holds an outsized share of tokens. Check that liquidity is locked and review vesting schedules to avoid sudden token dumps. Third and most importantly, base your decisions on your own judgment, not hype, no matter how noisy it gets. Remember that market manipulators like to play on emotions. They will push prices up or down to the point that you can't help but buy or sell. Some will even go as far as paying for articles to push the narrative. Also, don't forget that one of the best ways to protect yourself is to trade on a reputable exchange and stick to large, highly liquid pairs. Recall that smaller cryptos with lower liquidity are easier to move. That said, even large cryptos, including BTC, can be manipulated. So, no matter what you trade, stay vigilant and never take price movements at face value. Do your own research, analyze everything, and act carefully. Do this, and you'll not only prove you're not the dumb money whales expect, but you might even outsmart the smart money. And with that, that's going to be all from me for today. If you're wondering which trends to watch out for, though, check out the video right over here. And if you want to learn about 6 major risks to Bitcoin in 2026, well, check out that video right over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. This is Lewis, signing off.